And the question of the day is, do you feel like home ownership is something that you will be able to obtain once you graduate?
I feel like for myself personally, I think it is possible. It is much, much harder than other generations have had it. And I feel like a good amount of our generation doesn't have a fair chance, but I'm blessed to be able to go to school for engineering and all that. It's always going to be in demand. Hopefully the job market clears up by then, gets a little bit better, but I feel a decent amount of our generation is going to be struggling hard when it comes time to own homes, even worse when it comes time for retirement. It's a big one a lot of people don't think about. So I guess for me, I think it's really, really far down the line, probably way farther than a lot of people would want, but for most of our generation, it's becoming out of grasp, and that's an issue.
Got you. So even for you, you think you'll be able to do it, but you don't think it'll be like, I guess, how long after you graduate do you think it'll take you to actually?
I think it'll take me probably 10, 15 years. I'll probably be in my 30s or so, late 30s.
Sure. And is the cost of housing something that you're concerned about?
Highly. It's absolutely insane. My parents, they recently bought a house. They moved back in together, so that was big. Since I'm older now, I was a part of the process, and the pricing on these homes are simply ridiculous. It's superfluous even. It's just like it's highly inflated. You can obviously tell what's going on here. It's the reality we live in. Eventually, I mean, we just gotta hope that with enough support from the right politicians, once we get the right people in offices, that changes will be made that will benefit us, and that's the important part. People aren't voting. We gotta get out there and show ourselves, demonstrate something.
For me, I know that I come from a family of poverty and I don't have any money saved up for that. I know a lot of people do have money saved up, but home ownership is pretty difficult to attain for anybody, even if you have money saved up. The market is just getting worse and worse, and I'm not super knowledgeable about it, but I just know that it's not accessible.
Sure. And do you feel like it will take you a while to finally be able to get to a point where you'll be able to buy a home?
Yeah, absolutely. It'll take a while. I'm looking at probably 4 or 5 years, not 4 or 5, 2 or 3 years just to graduate college. And so right now that's my main focus. And then from there on, I have to get a stable job with my degree and then save up enough to be able to put a down payment on a home. So I would say probably like 10 to 15 years for me.
I definitely think that it's able to obtain as long as you have your finances up, you know how to save your money. I think it's definitely possible.
So you think you'll be able to buy a home? I guess how quickly after you graduate do you think you'll be able to buy a home?
Okay. I think that maybe like after I graduate, I think like maybe after like 3 years, definitely think that you can obtain a home after 3 years.
Sure.
Well, Camden, that's a good question. I think eventually I will get to that point, but fresh out of college, I have a very hard time believing that I'll be able to full out own a home. And there are a lot of things that factor into that, like the current political state that we're in. Prices are going up, housing prices are going up, grocery prices are going up, and it's just a lot harder for us to create a life for ourselves when it comes to home ownership than it has been for previous generations because of things like inflation and things like the way our government is currently starting to deal with some of the financial issues that we have. So I would say right out of college, no, but eventually I think we could all get to that housing ownership point.
And just one quick follow-up, I guess, is the cost of housing something that concerns you as a young person?
Absolutely. When I think of what city I want to live in or what I want to do, one of the first things that pops up in my mind is how much am I going to have to spend to live here? Is this a feasible thing for me right now or right out of school? So yeah, it's definitely something that concerns me.